Whatever you want to do.
All right.
Some people look at the camera, some people look at us, some people, it don't matter.
Is it on? Okay. We're
Hey,
back with you today. What's your name?
Dre Clemons.
back
Thanks for coming
again.
back months
Back
later.
again.
We had audio difficulties last time, but we got them back
We're
outside.
doing better now.
We doing better.
How are
So,
you?
Yeah, I'm great. I appreciate y'all having me on again. You know, let's do it one more time.
Gotta have a legend on.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Dre, man, we gotta ask you again. What's moving you?
Man, God keeps me driven. You know, my spirit, my soul, keep it full, family, love, and the passion for life.
I love that.
Fire.
What would you say are some of your biggest passions right now?
Oh, right now, I mean, it's growing my businesses and focusing on that. The things I'm doing with the my DreClemons.com line, where I have a line of wallets and travel gear for people made out of carbon fiber. Fab5.com, you know what we're doing with the Fab 5 basketball team, former members. It's real exciting. That took off during the Final Four.
She don't know nothing about that.
I'm like, yeah.
It might
How you
predate,
feel
might
about
predate.
how you feel about Michigan winning that championship, man?
Of course, man. I mean, you know, I gotta love it. You know, I had the pleasure. Dusty May, you know, invited me up to meet him and the players real early in the season. So I was already on board. You know, I'm a Michigan man for life. I'm a Michigan graduate, professor there too as well, on and off. Yeah.
How strong is that Michigan pride amongst like the alumni and stuff?
I mean, you know, it's everywhere. It's around the world, no matter where you go. If you're from the University of Michigan, you know, go blue, man. You know what I mean? All day. You gotta have, you know, it's one of them things that's like you can't get away from it. You know, you wear it out. That could be anywhere, traveling anywhere. I got some the Block M on, and people recognize.
So you've been like creating for a long time, man. What was like some of your first creations that kind of did good for you in the beginning?
Oh wow! I mean, you know, it goes back so far. You know, like but I tell you something. I tell you a story that's quite interesting for me. The first, I just remembered it myself because I thought I lost all the information for it. But you know, Oakland Mall.
Yeah.
Okay, so in Oakland Mall in 1994, I got commissioned to do the sign for Oakland Mall, and it was my first project right out of college, and I had, you know, they told me they were gonna hire me, and so I started doing all these sketches for the sign, and then about a week later, I guess the owner of the business comes in and tells me we can't pay him, we can't pay you, and we're gonna not be able to pay you to do the work. So I packed up what I had and left, and didn't realize I left drawings there and things like that because I did it in kind of rush. I was really pissed. And so at the end of the day, what I decided to do was just, okay, I'll just take my stuff and go. You know, I'll move on to the next project or whatever. And at the end of the day, they still end up using my work to build the sign. But I had forgotten until recently when I'm driving north on 75 and past Oakland Mall, then it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I happened to be going through my storage room, and I found some of those old drawings. So I'm gonna release those online so people can see.
Wow, they
what the
took
work
your
is.
swag.
Yeah.
They still got the same sign.
Well, yeah, still in the same sign because Oakland Mall is closed.
Wow.
You know, basically been closing, so it's been going down. But that's one of my first. That was my first big project out of school, and I had totally forgotten about it till I drove down 75 one day, and it just hit me like a ton of bricks. It just slapped me in the face and said,
Jeez.
Crazy.
"Do you remember this?" And it was like mental in my head, and I was like, because that was over 30 years ago, 32 years ago, and I had forgotten. And then I ended up going through my storage room, and I run across some old drawings. So you're gonna see them. Look out online on Dre Clemons on Instagram and on Facebook. I'll have some shots of them.
Sure, for
So
sure.
I remember we talked before about how you made that lemon drop bottle. Can you tell us about that? Because that's
Oh
interesting.
yeah. A lot of people call it the lemon drop, right? Because it's used for so many things. It's the real lemon, real lime bottle. Yeah, I'm the designer inventor of that bottle. Not just the label, but the actual bottle and how it's used, how it's manufactured, all of that. I designed and developed that bottle myself. Yeah, so it's one of the most popular bottles in the world. Been translated in many different languages. Production level is crazy. I'm excited about it because it's lasted. I did that. I think I sketched the first design for that in 2001.
Fire.
Yeah.
So you got like a lot of like designs and like things that you created. How do you like approach like projects? Like when they come to you and say, I want you to make a sign or a lemon bottle or whatever it is, how do you like approach create your creative projects?
Yeah, it's like it happens a lot of different ways. Sometimes I have an idea and I'll go and approach the company, but most of the time the company reaches out to me. They reach out to me and they say, "Hey, we need a new idea. We need some creativity. We need a problem solved." And then they'll bring that problem to me, and then I'll go and do my research and solve the problem for them using creative thinking and my experience of designing for so long.
How do you feel like you've grown in that process from then to now?
I think
What all the businesses you're doing?
I think the way that I've grown is from a business standpoint. Now I understand, the kind of way to do business with it. Before I was doing work for other people. Now I do more work for myself and partner with other companies. And the strategy that I use now for things like payment and terms and things like that is entirely different than what it used to be.
How important is it for like creatives to understand the business side of creativity too?
It's everything, especially today when you put something out. Even now, I put this design out with the Fab Five, and so many companies have taken it, and people are throwing it up on other sites, to steal my artwork. And so now I've had to send cease and desist letters to them, and threaten to sue them. And some of them I'm going to sue them if they don't put it down because they're taking my revenue. So things like that. So you have to be very serious about it, or otherwise somebody will just steal your artwork and keep it moving. So you have to copyright, trademarks, patents, all those kind of things to help protect your idea.
Sheesh. How has Detroit influenced your creativity?
Oh man, Detroit is everything. I was born and raised here, Joe Road. I'm a Joe Road baby. I've been here my whole life. Detroit public schools my whole life. So for me, Detroit is like it's in my blood. I think I got oil in my veins or something like that.
Okay.
And I stay true to it. We got we have a show on Father's Day for Eyes on Design, which raises money for people that are visually challenged, and it's involved with the Henry Ford Institute of Ophthalmology, Detroit Institute of Ophthalmology, where we're raising money for those to help create technology to help people to see. Because for design, for example, we take it for granted that everybody can see what we're doing. Well, there's millions and millions of people that are visually challenged or blind that can't see what we've done. So there's the opportunity to do that. So we're doing that at eyesondesign.org, and we're raising money for that particular opportunity. And we're gonna we have one of the best car shows, I believe the best car show in the country. It'll be out in Grosse Pointe at the Henry Ford Estates.
That's the car man right there.
Yeah.
You gotta remind
On
us.
Father's Day. So come on.
Fire. How do you stay inspired, man, with all the creative projects you be doing? How do you stay inspired for all this time?
Well, I mean, sometimes it's not about just inspiration. I think that's where a lot of people that are in creative fields, we struggle. I mean, because we're always looking to be inspired. Sometimes you just have to be dedicated, be diligent, work and stay at something long enough to let the juices flow. And sometimes you have to go outside of the project you're working on to draw inspiration from something else. So
that's
those
important.
are also really critical.
Yeah, definitely.
So how do you know him?
Deontay? Well, I guess because I was a board member on Friends of the Children Detroit, which we again have a program where we were dedicated to kids that suffered multiple levels of trauma. And Deontay was one of our friends, which we call our friends, our mentors to the youth. And he was excellent at doing that. I was actually responsible for retention, so I was trying to keep him on board with us at that time. And that's how we got going. So really, it was great. It's great work. I believe many kids in the city as well as in the urban areas need a mentorship. And we were different because we fund the mentorship rather than doing it totally volunteer.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was mentoring, and I was like, damn, I kind of need a mentor. Do you want to be my mentor? And he was like, sure. How do you think, like, as you get older, mentorship stays important?
Always, yeah, always. I mean, I've had mentors my entire life and still do today. And I believe in that. And I started mentoring people myself when I was a teenager in my late teens. Some of the people that I mentor today are older than me. People that I mentored when I was a youth, they're now grown, have their own families and kids, and I get calls from them and see them and talk to them all the time. And even like yourself, I'm seeing you do good things, big things, as you're traveling, your youth, and try to make things happen. And that's exciting to me because I feel like I just got a little bit of part in that.
No, definitely, definitely, definitely.
A little bit of me in there. That's that purpose in life. I think as I matured, right now I'm not looking for money and things like that. I'm looking for purpose because it could be over tomorrow, and I want people to understand that I stood for something other than materialism.
God, I still be saying I want to be like you when I grow up. For real. All
I want you
right.
to be better than me. I
Valid,
want you to
valid,
continue to be
valid.
better and learn from my mistakes so you don't have to repeat them. And then to grow beyond that because I believe it's all about the perfecting of man. That with each generation, we always get better. And it's our job as the older generation to help the youth to become better than us.
I got one more question before the last question. How do you feel about AI and creativity in today's world?
Well, for me, I think it's a necessity for a lot of people because they're just not that creative. And I think it's just another way to steal from people. To
You
be
don't
honest,
use AI?
yeah, I look at it for things where I don't feel that I'm stealing someone's idea. Like I don't use it for any of my creative work. So whenever I'm tasked with designing something or creating something, or I want to write creatively, I don't use the AI for that. I come up with it myself still. I
Okay.
don't think that it helps me. I think it's stealing to borrow someone else's work because that's what AI is doing. It's going out and purging through everybody's work that's out there that's similar to what your request is or what you're prompting it for, and then it just brings that back to you. So and then I see what I hate the most about it right now is that a lot of people are claiming that particular AI work is their own and saying that I designed this, I made this, and they didn't think about it at all. In fact, some system kind of purged it all together.
For sure. Someone sent us like a design of us.
So
That was like AI.
yeah, so I don't have a problem with it. I think at the end of the day, that's what people are going to do. So us as creatives, we have to think about it in a different way. When to leverage it and when to not. And I think we need to master it because we'll be the best users.
Valid. I feel that. So last question, man. What's your next stop?
Oh, my next stop right now is I gotta deal with this Fab Five stuff. We got a heavy load right now. We got a lot of people hitting us up. We had the top selling hoodie in the country right now. So for me, it's exciting. Time to move, and we gotta do the things, and we gotta focus on the black socks now. That's the next thing that's coming.
Okay.
That's
Ooh.
that. You know what I mean? And then I'm working on different materials, like for even in my pocket, like I can show you. Like, this little fun stuff. So like, if you think about my
Oh. That's
in the
Dre
leather pouch.
Clemons?
Yeah, of course, yeah, of course.
On Dre Clemons?
Blue carbon
Fire.
fiber for my Michigan people.
Fire,
Yeah,
fire,
so
fire.
blue, so I'm looking at, doing carbon fiber in different colors, more pliable materials,
Nice.
so people can have it. So there you go, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Hand
sir.
stitched, handmade,
Fire.
next level. So
That is fire.
so those are the kind of things that's up next. It's all about, and then, of course you can go to Granston, where we are on Livernois on the Avenue of Fashion, the CGB, where we make all of our luxury outerwear. So now's the time to actually come because it's off season. So come and get your leathers, come get your shearlings, come get your furs, get everything custom made.
Say that, say that, say
Anything
that.
you want to end the people off on?
Stay positive. The times may seem bleak right now, but we're only going through this tough time because we have better times ahead, so that we'll appreciate them more. And we're going to continue to push. We got to continue to drive, stay driven,
Oh
and
God.
keep it Detroit style.
Appreciate you,
Thank
man.
you.
Appreciate you. He's still moving the camera around.